Good evening, Ms. Stoker. This is Coach Sims. How may I help you? Yes, ma'am. I did. I am aware that your student did have a C in my class, and I would like to take some time to possibly explain the way I got to this, and I hope that you take into consideration some of the factors that went against me kind of in this grading process. So overall, the first thing that I would say is the class sizes were very large. That was something that I had to deal with all semester. I had to focus on trying to get to every student, trying to assess every student while staying physically or having the whole class stay physically active. So I got to each student around 4 times a semester, and after every time that I saw the student develop a skill, which they were all different skills, so there was not just one skill that they had to master, it was multiple skills that they needed to master, and I was assessing them off how good they were doing at the skill. Also, 3 other things that I looked at were the knowledge that they had, the teamwork while doing the skill, and also the affective attitudes, such as just motivating other students and being positive, having that positive feedback throughout the whole class. So after every assessment, I gave them the opportunity. I showed them which domains they needed to work on, and I just didn't see much growth in your students' different domains. He was very skilled in psychomotor. He understood the skills pretty well for somebody in secondary school, but he also needed to work on that teamwork and the affective attitude towards his classmates, and that's something that I didn't see him do throughout the semester. So when I was giving this grade, I based it off the evidence of that grade, which is the extent at which he mastered the psychomotor, which I feel like he did, with parts of the cognitive and affective domain, which goes along with the teamwork and the knowledge of that skill. So based off the grade that he received, it reflected that he had a lack in that cognitive and affective domain, such as recalling cues, also helping, being positive to classmates, and overall the ability to work well with other classmates, maybe that were lower skilled, and stuff like that. So when I came up with this grade, you have to, me as a physical educator, to advocate for my program, I have to really go off the standards, the national standards and the Georgia standards that we're, as physical educators, need to follow. So a cognitive and affective domains really fall into those standards along with psychomotor, but the cognitive and affective is something that I really focused on this semester, because if you're able to work well with students and you really know and are able to recall the cues and list them off, it really helps with the actual skill itself. So that's something that I saw that your student lacked, something that I felt like he needed to work on a little bit more, and I felt like that was something that he kind of neglected during the semester, and he mostly focused on the skill. And overall, he was very good with all the skills this semester, and I'm not saying that he wasn't, but he needed to also work on that cognitive and affective aspect of physical education, because it's not just based on the skill. So with those national standards, it justifies my program if I follow those. And so when I came up with this grade, I had to base it off all the standards, not just the ones based on psychomotor. But I would love to have a face-to-face meeting. Maybe we can get some administrators. We can talk this over some more, have a little bit of face-to-face conversation. But let me know if there's anything I can do, and I hope you have a wonderful day.